Hello, mindful educators. Welcome back. This is lesson 2, My Puppy Mind. And again, it's part of the Mindful Arts in the Classroom curriculum. And this book, or this chapter, goes along with my book, Puppy Mind. And it's not necessary to have this book for the lesson, but it does help. And if you want to go to my YouTube channel, you'll be able to find me doing a read aloud of this book to give you some little helpful hints and activities for when you're using my Puppy Mind. All right, so let me read you a quote by Jack Kornfield. When you are training a puppy, it runs away many times, and you gently bring it back to the training. This is like the mind. And so this is the whole premise of this chapter. How to get our minds to heal to the present. And again, you've got goals, you've got your reminders, you've got your materials, and you've got your mindful check-in. So we'll just do it like you all were my class. Hello, everyone. Does anyone remember what my name is? That's right, Mr. Andrew. Good. Does anyone remember what I'm here to teach? Mindfulness. That's right. And remember, mindfulness is the practice of using our breath to focus our minds and our bodies so that we can make good choices. Remember, mindfulness is breathtaking. Now, last time we learned how to mindfully breathe into our bellies. Did anyone remember to take a big belly breath since the last class? When? Great. Excellent. All right, so today, and you'll usually get 2 or 3 people that'll respond. You don't have to get everyone, just kind of doing a check-in with them. Today we're going to learn about our puppy minds. Now, since remember, mindfulness helps us have control over our minds and our bodies so that we can make good choices. We're going to learn how to train our mind almost like we would train a puppy. Our minds like to wander. So it's our job as the owner of our puppy mind to gently teach our mind how to stay in the moment instead of thinking about the future or the past. So I have a story that I brought to help us learn about our puppy mind. But before I read, I want to ask you, where does your mind go without your permission? What do you like to daydream about? And I'll give you some examples. I might daydream about watching my favorite TV show, or I might wander away thinking about my favorite food, or going to the beach or the park, or maybe seeing my favorite movie that's coming out soon, or maybe thinking about superheroes, right? Or flying through the sky, right? All sorts of fantasies we can have. Where does your mind like to wander? And they will have examples. It's really interesting. I wasn't sure that they would get the concept, but they all do daydream. It's just part of the human experience. So great. So now let's read the story of Puppy Mind. And then this is a little optional section that I brought in here to understand the concept of past and future, because some kids at certain ages, probably I'd say maybe 2nd grade and below, 1st grade and below, they're not really clear on what the past is and what the future is. So the past is something, of course, that's already happened, and the future is just a possibility, right? Something that hasn't yet happened yet. So let's see, I asked them these questions. Can anyone tell me if waking up this morning was the past or the future? So when you woke up this morning and came to school, was that in the past or has that not happened yet? And most of them go, that was in the past. And how about going to bed last night? Last night, was that in the past or the future? And what about later on in the day when you go home today? Is that the future or the past? And what about tomorrow? Is that the future and the past? When you come here to school tomorrow, is that the future or the past? And some of them get it, some of them don't, and that's okay. They're just figuring it out. All right. So here's the story I have that I brought to help us learn about our puppy minds. Again, I like to put my thumb right where I'm needing to follow, so I just kind of track it that way so I don't get lost. Here we go. Puppy mind. My mind is like a puppy. It likes to wander and explore. If I don't watch it carefully, it goes through any open door. When my puppy mind is bored, it runs to the future and the past. If I'm not really careful, it'll take me far away super fast. My mind can dig up memories, like when I got yelled at for not sharing my things. My mind can run to the future, and I don't always like the pictures that it brings. In class, I try to listen to the teacher, but my puppy mind starts to stir. I quickly lose my focus and the day becomes a blur. I get mad at my puppy mind. Why don't you just sit and stay? But when I yell, it gets scared and hides or runs away. My puppy mind only heals or stays. You can change it to stay if you feel like your kids are too young. And heel means that puppy stays by the heel of your foot. So just something to know. My puppy mind only heals if I take 3 slow, deep breaths. Should we try it? All right, ready? Let's try it. Ready? And you can do this. I like to call this puppy mind breathing or coyote breathing. Ready? Good. And it's good to bring just your thumb down. Good. And they'll get it. The little ones will have time. They'll be fiddling with their fingers for a couple of weeks, but eventually they'll be like, I got it. If I do it often enough, I feel calmer in my chest. You can all put your hands on your heart if you want. Do you feel calmer a little bit after taking those breaths? Some of you? Good. All of you? Great. Taking 3 slow, deep breaths is the best way to train my puppy mind. I am learning to be my mind's best friend. It responds best when I am kind. So whenever I feel my puppy mind tugging at my sleeve, I try to remember to breathe and breathe and breathe. Again, nice slow breaths on the count of 4. If I practice breathing every day and remember to be kind, I will have more fun being with my best friend, my playful puppy mind. Good. So then I asked them questions, and here they go. In the story, where did the child's puppy mind like to take them? Where did he go? Where do you think he went? Where did they go? To the park? To the zoo? Does anyone ever feel their minds wander or daydream? And then I might ask them again, where does your puppy mind take you without your permission? Do you think about food or summer vacation or watching TV or playing with friends? You gave me great examples of what the future is and what the past is. What is happening in the present right now? Are we talking about the story? What else do you notice that is happening right now in this moment? Are you cold or warm? Tired or awake? Hungry or just right? Sad or happy? Just notice it. And what do you see in this room right now? That's right here, right now. It's not in the past, not in the future. I could see a picture, I could see a rock, I could see a window, right? All sorts of things. What else? What do you see? Good. In the story, how did the child train their puppy mind to heal to the present instead of wandering off to the future and the past? What did he do? When the puppy mind was pulling at his sleeve, what did he do to calm himself down and to be more focused? That's right. He used his breath. Very good. Excellent. And let's try it together. Should we use our breath to see if we can get our puppy minds to heal to the present? Good. All right. Excellent. Let's try it then. So I'd like you to find that mindful posture. And posture means how you're sitting. So you're sitting up nice and tall, you slouch down, kind of unfocused. You know, I like to think of this as like unfocused sitting, you know, when you're just kind of lazing around. And then focused is when you're sitting up nice and tall and you're looking at the person who's talking and you're taking a deep breath. So let's try that. Sit up nice and tall like your favorite superhero. And we're going to practice focus time. I'll get the bell out here. And if it's comfortable for you, please gently close your eyes or just look down at the floor. And let's take a nice, slow, deep breath in together. You can breathe into your belly, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. And if your body or your puppy mind starts to wander away, that's okay. Just silently ask your mind and body to come back to noticing your breath. So if you're wiggling, your hands are moving, just notice it. And come back to your breath and see if you can still your body. If your hands or feet start to move, just notice that and come back to your breath. And if your eyes are looking all over the room, looking at friends or neighbors, just notice that and see if you can close your eyes or just look down at your shoes or ankles. And just silently say to yourself in your mind, so no talking, just in your mind only if you can, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Keep saying it, breathing in, breathing out. Good, very good job. Now, without shifting too much, I just want you to gently open your eyes and look at me. Good. So that was your first real training of your puppy minds. How did that feel? Was that hard? Was that so-so? Was that easy? Okay, great. A lot of you said easy. Fantastic. You were all so good at it, and you are probably going to get better with time. Remember, practice makes progress. All right, so this is your mindful challenge. I want you to try to start noticing your puppy mind. Do your thoughts wander a lot? Do you think of all sorts of different thoughts throughout the day? Or are you pretty focused? Does your mind go to the future or the past? Or both, right? You can think about, oh, I'm thinking about that birthday party next weekend. Is that the past or the future? That's probably the future, right? Or I'm thinking about the time we went to the park last week, right? And I had such a good time. So that's already happened. So what's that? Is that the past or the future? Good, the past. Excellent. So see if you can use your breath to bring your puppy mind back into focus, back into the present when you start thinking about things other than what's happening right here, right now, right? Listening to this video, listening to your teacher, talking with a friend, right? If you start thinking about other things, just come back using your breath. And you have to practice again and again and again. Great. When I'm here next, I'm going to see who remembered to practice. I'm going to ask you. So I have a gift for the whole class for being so focused. Would you like to see it? Great. All right, so this is it. It's a Puppy Mind Connect the Dots sheet. And it says at the bottom, when my puppy mind starts to wander, I take a deep breath. And teachers, if you want, you can make a copy of this at the school copier, or if you know me personally or have access to my email, I can even send you it as well. But you can just put it on the copier. You probably have to increase it a little bit on the screen, by pushing the percentage up a little bit. It might take you 1 or 2 times, but you'll figure it out. And then just keep the copy for your records. And that is My Puppy Mind, Lesson 2. So next week, we'll do Lesson 3, the Mindful Poem and the Puppy Mind Game. 2 fun things that I like to share with kids. All right, thanks for listening. I hope that was helpful. And remember, just keep breathing. Practice makes progress, and we will see you next time. Be well.